Hello everyone, welcome to Learn Overflow. In this video, we'll discuss another LeetCode problem. That is an integer to Roman. So this is a medium level problem, and we'll understand how this question can be done and what's the importance of this question. So before moving on, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, make sure to subscribe to Learn Overflow for regular LeetCode videos like this. The Roman numerals can be represented by this I, V, X, L, C, D, and M. So they explain it to you how this are done, and then they explain it like if we're writing 2, then it's like I, and then it's like 12, then it's like XII. So like X is simply the 10 plus II, that is 2. So and then if it is 27, it is like XX representing 20, and then 7 representing VII. So that's why it is done. However, there are some reverse cases also. Like if you are trying to write 4, 4 is not or I. That's not 4. 4 is rather uh, V, like IV is there as 4. Okay, so they explain to you how the Roman numbers are done. Fine. At the end, the question says, given an integer, convert it to a Roman numeral. So that's the all the question we have. We are given a numeral and we need to convert it to a Roman integer. Now, after looking at these examples, what should be your idea of how you should do it? Say, uh, if it's a number like 3, we should write I 3 times, right? So it's more like, if you see, it's more like a while loop is going on. If the number is greater than 1000, then we should keep subtracting 1000, right? Like it keeps subtract 1000 from it. But obviously, if the number is greater than 4000, like if the number is 4000, we don't have, like, using this means whatever they have given, we don't have anything for that, right? So we need to check whether what's the criteria. Criteria is less than 4000. You can see the constraint is less than 4000, right? So it cannot be 4000, that's for sure. Now, so the first thing is we need to see that if the number is uh, like less than 4000 or not, like how many times is less than 4000, or it is greater than 100, sorry, greater than 1000. So if that is the case, keep running a while loop and then printing the values. Fine. In the other case, if you see, like after that, you will decrease the value, like decrease the pointer to the 500. No, not 500. You need to check whether the remaining numbers, like after subtracting all the thousands are there, after subtracting all the thousands, you need to see whether the remaining number is 900 or not, which is equal to 900 or not. Fine. If the numbers are equal to 900, then you need to remember it will be like m minus cm. That will happen. Fine. So that's we need to be careful. Next, if it is not 900, then we should check it if it is greater than 500 or not, like the remaining values we have. Fine. So it's more like, say we have 3840. Fine. So you have 3845. Let's take this number. Fine. So first thing we will do, we'll keep checking while the number is greater than 1000. Okay. While this number is greater than 1000, we will keep subtracting 1000 from it. Okay. Again, like it will go around in loop, and then we'll try to find out and we'll try keep concatenating this m with it, right? So this goes on 3 times, right? This goes on 3 times, so we get m. So that's the initial what we get. Fine. Next we'll check whether this number, so after concatenating, the remaining number will be something like this, right? And then we'll check whether this number is equal to 900 or not, like is greater than equal to 900 or not. Fine. If it is 900, then we should have directly written cm. So cm is like that's the case. C will be getting not over there, over here. So like C will be placed before m, right? So that we have done, but that's not the case. This is 800 is here. Okay. So once it is 800, so what we'll do, we'll see whether it is greater than 500. This is greater than 500, so we'll write D and minus 500 from it. So what we are left with, 345, right? So now for 300, we will keep adding C to it, right? Like for 300, we added 3C. So it's like minus 100 into 3. Fine. Now, once we do that, we are left with only 45, right? Now we need to check whether it is whether it is equal to 50. No. Whether it is less than 50 but greater than equal to 40. Yes, it is greater than equal to 40. So once it is greater than equal to 40, so what we need to do? We need to simply write. So for 40, we get L and X. So X is placed before L, right? X is placed before L. Fine. Once 40 is done, we simply remove 40. So what we are left with? 5. Is it why you can see 5? 5 is V. Fine. And we are done with our solution. We're done with the total numbers of what we are supposed to get. Okay. So this is the total process to go ahead with it. Now, this question, if you cannot expect in an interview, fine. If you find a question like this, I would suggest go ahead with a loop or go ahead with this formulation. There can be other ways to go ahead with that. So other ways can be if you are directly taking two arrays, okay, like, or say you just took a string array of m, and then in that you just took all the possible values of m, like there can be null, there can be m, or there can be right? So that, or there can be so you just went ahead with that, okay? And you took another case of C, another case of X, another case of I, and you just wrote all the values. Like for I, you just wrote from 1 till 9. For X, you just wrote from 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 till 90. Okay. And for C, you just wrote it from the 100, 200, 300 till 900. So that's the cases you can do. And then post that, you simply try to divide the number with 1000, try to divide the number with 100, and that's how you keep on doing that. So those cases are also possible. So I will show you that answer or that solution. But I would suggest don't go with those solutions in an interview. First of all, you cannot expect this question in an interview. They won't ask you this question. And like otherwise, it's a like super like useless interview. They may ask it, or but usually they won't. But in case you find it anywhere, so it's better to go ahead with the loops and all, not to go with those arrays and all. Okay, I'll show you both the cases. So let's first go ahead with this looping concept, how we are thinking of it, right? Let's go ahead with it. All right, so there you see, this is like the solution we came up with. So what the solution is like approaches, we just took an values array. So in that array, we just took all the possible values. First, it's possible to be 1000, then 900, then 500, then 400. Okay, those cases which we are actually checking. And then there's a string array we took, and this string array was like the corresponding like the corresponding literals we come up with in the Roman, right? The corresponding Roman literals, numerals. So what we did is like we took a string builder and like traversed to the whole values. Okay, so all the values, and we keep checking if our num, like while our num is greater than equal to our values of I, like one by one those I we just keep taking. So while our num is greater than equal to our values of I, we simply kept subtracting the values from num, and then we simply appended that string to our string builder. Fine. We simply appended that string to our string builder. Now, what's the point is like we simply made our string based on that, as I was showing in the example. Fine. And then we simply return the string builder to string, and this is like the best case solution. Okay, why is it so? Because you traverse like the values array once, fine. You will end up traversing the values array, and then what will happen is like you will keep on subtracting each of the values, like whatever be the values is, yeah, you'll keep on subtracting. Right. So that's the like the basic idea which we just now saw as an example, and we are doing that simple example. But as I said, there can be another approach to this question is like making string arrays, multiple string arrays, and ultimately returning the result. So yes, definitely that can be another solution. So let's quickly write the solution and show it to you how that works. So here is the other type of approach which I was talking about. So what we do, we just took an M string, then C string, then X and I string. That's a strings of array string arrays. And then what we did, we just in that we just took values like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till 9. Then in the tens array, we just took a 10, 20 till the 90. Then in the hundreds array, we took 100, 200 till 900. CM is 900. Fine. The M array like is like that is 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. And finally, what we did like whatever your number was. So number by 1,000, like if we divide the number by 1,000, whatever be the value, like how many digits ahead of 1,000, we will come up to that, right? So that's why we just took our array element from that and then concatenated with number mod 1,000. That is what is the remainder after dividing it by 1,000, and then after dividing the 1,000, whatever the remainder is, we are just trying to divide that with 100. Okay, trying to find out what the next character we need to add. Fine. And the next thing we did was number mod 100, like after dividing it with 100, whatever be the remainder, that means the last two digit will be remaining. So from that we divide it with 10, fine. And number mod 10 will give us a final results of the ith position. Okay, like the I is array. So we just took all those values and concatenated with best on that. So this is an approach, but as you can see, this is not a good approach because it's taking a huge runtime. Okay, so this is definitely not a good approach. Now this can be approach also, but never try to attain those in interview. They will stop you in between and say try something else. Okay, so it's the kind of stuff is here. Okay, so I hope this can be understood. How you can go ahead with the code and how you can find a solution to this question. This question is not much that hard because we are just converting integer to Roman, and we have done that many times in maths, I guess, in our in elementary classes. So that's it about this question, guys. So I hope I can make you understand. If you have any doubts remaining, which I guess not in this question, but make sure to comment them down in the comments as well. I'll be happy to help you out in the comments. So thank you all for watching this video. Hope to see you soon in my next video as well. Thank you.